law, SCMP and audit. Audit I've fairly done with all the standards. I've actually got an understanding of the entire syllabus. So what I've done is, just one day before the exam, because that time, so I've taken like a list of all the questions, because I think Rohit Chippa has given one list, like some 10 pages PDF. So I've literally taken the page, like each, suppose I started with SCMP. So each question I should read, and I should try to interpret, okay, which am I able to understand from which chapter this question is coming from. So if I'm not able to understand which chapter it is coming from, I have to go to the respective case study and see the paragraph which chapter is coming from. In spite of that, I'm still not able to figure out. Then I should read the answer. Okay, this is the answer. And then suppose for example, there's one question he's given, and if I know like he's giving for that the answer of it is Porter's 5-4, like yesterday. And in SCMP, like through my analysis, that is when I realized there are two references of Porter's 5-4 model. I think in first chapter and chapter number 4 or 5, he's given there's two references of Porter's 5-4. Which chapter is it belonging to? So I went to that 5th chapter, and I went through the questions of the chapter. How is he asking Porter? How is he correlating Porter's 5-4? So in that PDF, like this is the back work what I've done. So in that PDF, I'm like, okay, if something like this, and I've underlined the keywords. Okay, if this is the keyword and this is the triggering aspects, and I need to go to this chapter, this specific topic, and this is what I'm supposed to write. This is the back work I've done for law, I've done for SCMP, audit, and DT because I'm already familiar with it, so I didn't touch it. And so this is what I've done one day before the exam. Then after this, during the exam, what I've done is, first when I, like everybody, when I saw the paper, I kind of panicked. But then what I've done is, like, there's no point, because I couldn't find anything from the Rohit Chippa. So I realized I have to do everything by myself, so I literally threw the books away. And I started with audit. Audit, what I've done is, carry your study mat. That's what I would suggest you for audit. Don't carry anything else, no extra books, only study mat is enough. I figured out that what he's doing for audit is, like, if you read the question properly, audit question, and if you read the respective paragraph, you'll know from which standard he is referring to, from which chapter he is referring to, because everybody has actually done that. And what he's done is, like, when I read that, and when I actually gone through the test your knowledge questions from audit, he has clubbed 2 test your knowledge questions into one, and he's given this one question. So what I've done is, I've taken some from this, and some from the material. I've made my own answer and I've written. So that is how you need to, like, basically it's also presence of mind during your exams. You can't blindly be like, it is last exam is what I've understood. There's no, it's not more about like copying and pasting anymore. It's more of application. And even like SCMP and others, like first I finished audit questions, DT, ITT questions, even MCQs and everything. First I finished everything, because those all I actually know what I'm doing, and I'm actually like, I know like this is the answer for it. With regards to FR and AFM, because I have no clue about FR and AFM, somewhere here and there overview is what I have. And one day before the exam, I sat with Prachi. Prachi is, she's given both the groups, so she's already familiar with group 1. So I sat with Prachi, and she told me about FR, like, she gave me entire overview of all the FR chapters, entire overview of all the AFM chapters. So I know, like, if this word is given, I need to go to this chapter. If this word is given, I need to go to, this is how I'm supposed, like, investment decisions, then I need to go to advanced capital budgeting. Like that, she made me familiarized with the chapters with FRAFM. So what I've done, instead of leaving FRAFM, like, oh, I don't know, I'm just leaving it, no. So in case like FR, he's asked you something from the standard. Like suppose employee benefit, there's a standard with regards to employee benefit. Go to employee benefit, read the question twice. At least, like, if you're not able to conclude, don't conclude here. At least if you're not able to conclude what he's given, at least you're not able to put in whatever he's given in figures, write the provision and come. If you're leaving the entire question, he'll give you 0. If you give what is written, like suppose employee benefit, something you can't write the entire standard. You read what is he asking. So related to that, some theoretical aspect, write and come. In case of forex, he's asked a lot of forex questions last time. So I was skimming through the book, at least to figure out at least some formula. If I write, he'll be able to give me marks. That formula I've written and I've come. That for formula he's given 1 mark. Even though I don't know application, at least I've written that. So try to attempt entire 100 marks. Don't leave anything with that so that you don't know. And with regards to MCQs is where I felt the most difficult. DT, IDT, law and SEMP, and what is the other subject? Audit. These are the ones I could figure out, like I did it by myself. But FR, AFM, I tried, because I had like first whatever I knew, I just brushed through everything. The last half an hour is I sat with the things which I didn't know. So with regards to FR, AFM, there also I started bifurcating FR, AFM. How much I know, how much I don't know. So how much I know, that aspect I actually started like trying to calculate. I actually started seeing related topics where I could actually do it. In how much, in case I was able to do something, I found similar answer or nearest answer, so I've ticked that. So I could be wrong, I could be right, but this is what I've done, so I've ticked that. I left that. Now FR, last 10 minutes or something I was left with. FR also there's the 2 to 3 MCQs which I didn't know. I was trying to figure out, and then I'm like, okay fine, common sense based, whatever it is, I just marked and I came. But this is the MCQ aspect. But even if you leave FR, AFM also, you'll still be able to score well in MCQs, because you have your other 5 subjects in your hand which you're already familiar with. That you try to do, and don't always refer to the book, is what I'm saying. DT, IDT you guys know already. MCQs you don't have to refer to the book. The moment you read, you know this is the answer. Tick, don't think twice about it. Sometimes you need to also trust yourself. That is what I've done. DT, IDT, I did trust myself. I know. If you have any doubt, you know which chapter to go, which point to read. So you can just cross check, and don't use your book to copy. Use your book to apply the formula, or apply the aspect into your question paper. That is what I've done. Like I didn't go madly searching for the answer. I just went like, okay, this is the concept, this is what I'm supposed to write, this is what I've done. That's what I did. But before exam, what I would suggest you is take a bunch of questions. First, get familiarized with the books what you have, familiarized with the subjects what you have. So if you read a question, you need to understand this question is coming from this chapter, this specific topic is where, and you need to be able to navigate to that specific topic and that specific chapter. So this navigation is what you need to practice, because there you can't search. So there, even if you try to search, you'll panic actually. Do that searching here itself, so there you know where to go and write the answer. So this is the thing you should do.